My name is David Newton and I'm ex-chairman of the club of Porsche Club Great Britain. I was chairman between 2003 and 2007 and I was chairman of Porsche Club Motorsport until 2008. My car is a Porsche 911S and it's 2.4 litres and it was fully restored by my company 3 years ago. It's a car that I've always wanted to own, and I've owned many Porsches over the last 30 years, but this to me is the epitome of a Porsche. The shape is very pure with no spoilers on. The speed is approximately 146 miles an hour. It develops 190 brake horsepower and returns around about 23 miles to the gallon. I use the car irregularly. I use it to go to Classic Le Mans, I use it to go to lots of motoring events. It's the one car that I will pick out of several cars to use for continental tours, and it's given me an immense amount of pleasure. I've selected the 911 2.4S because I've really loved Porsches all my life, and to me the car in this colour and specification is the best, and I've got 3 other Porsches and this one is my favourite. This car is a left-hand drive car, which for some of the UK purists might not be the best specification, but to me it's the purest because of course they're built in Germany and they come out of the factory in left-hand drive. This particular model was owned by a man called Peter Billington for over 20 years before I purchased it, and I purchased it in an unrestored state, so it needed an awful lot of work doing to it. And when I say an awful lot of work, I also mean that it was quite expensive to do. But I kept the car as original as possible, with the interior being retrimmed, the exterior being resprayed, and even the tyres reflecting the period, and that's the type of tyre that would have gone on when it left the factory in 1973. Best thing about owning this car is just the pleasure of ownership. It starts virtually first time every time. I can leave it in the garage for 3 or 4 weeks at a time and it will always start. And it's one of those cars that has a very solid feel when you're driving it. It gives you a great amount of pleasure using the gearbox, using the revs, and just going along to an event. Many people will stop and say, which I hope doesn't sound big-headed, what a beautiful car. And it is the purest shape of all 911s. Probably my best experience in owning this car is taking it to Classic Le Mans and doing 3 laps of the circuit the year before last. We went as a group and we took around about 50 other people, and we had 3 laps of the Le Mans circuit, and I was fully able to extend its true potential. It's been on virtually every circuit in the UK, and it is used extensively for pleasure and also for the odd track day.